Hi guys, my name is Jana and I'm trying to teach myself macrame. Now it seems that the difficult stuff is pretty easy to do for me, and I'm talking about this feller. But the simple stuff seems to be the hardest thing to do for me, and yesterday I finally figured out what I did wrong. Okay, let me show you. This is what I do. I pick up my second thread. I got 5 threads here and I'm gonna try and make a candy stripe, okay? So pick up a thread. I take my first thread, I put it over my finger, and I pull it through. Now, I'm using silk cord for tutorial purposes here. It's a little bit long because I didn't want to cut it, so bear with me. So that's one. Then I do another one, and I'm holding the red thread with my left hand, pulling the thread through with my right hand, and I'm doing 2. And then I pull that real tight and make sure that is in position. Okay, then I'm going to pick up my next thread because I want everything to be black. So with the black thread, I'll again go over my finger and I pull that through. Okay, and put that up there, and I do another one because you always have to do them twice. Okay, and I'm pulling it real tight, and I can push this one a little bit further up if I want to, and you can't see it just right now, but you will in a little bit. I'm going to do the third one same way, pick up my third thread with the left hand, and I'm just rolling that black one over there. I'm doing it again. Okay, and then I'm going to pull that black one real tight and push that up there. I'm going to pick up the fourth one, and the black thread goes underneath over my finger, and then I'm going to pull that through. And I'm going to do that, push that thread over there at the beginning. Okay, and pull that through. Now, in order to make a candy stripe, I need a different color now, so we're going to start with the red thread that's going to be underneath the black thread. So I'm picking up the second one again, and my red thread goes underneath as I push it over my finger and pull that through. Okay, so this is basically what I'm doing to make sure that my threads are in the right position. Pulling that tight. Picking up my next one, go over that because the red thread needs to be the second line now. And I'm going to push that up there, make that tight. And do that again. Now, I'm going to skip a bit because I'm going to do a couple of rows until I finish with my white thread, and then I'll show you what I did. Okay, now this is what I did, and when I get that out and untie that knot and make that a straight knot, it will be okay. So this is what I did. Disregard the last row because that will be tight when you do your next row, but this is actually the front. This is the way it's supposed to look. So what I did is I did a candy stripe, but I went totally in the wrong direction. Now let me show you, let me take a picture of this, and then let me show you how it is supposed to be done, and then you tell me what looks better, because when I work on the back I can make sure that there is no thread showing in between. But when I work on the front, there's no way I can do that. So let me take a picture and then let me put the two of them together. And now let me show you how it is supposed to be done. Okay, forward knot. Take your first string, you make a 4 over your second string, then you're going to go underneath it through the loop you are making. Pull your red string, and then you pull up your black string, and I'm trying to do that as tight as I can. Okay, then you do another 4, you go in the loop, pull that through, and then I'm going to pull that up and tighten that as much as possible. Now my string is on the other side, as opposed to what I'm doing. And the red string can also go on the other side. Take the second string, make another 4, go in that orange string, pull that through the loop, and tie that up. So make a 4, go underneath, pull that through, okay, and then you stay on top of this thread. Instead of what I've been doing is I've been going underneath it, but okay, stay on top, make a 4, do another one, and let me just do a couple of rows like this. It takes longer than the way I already taught myself to do it, but okay, make a 4, get in there, and there's probably an easier way to do this. And when I watch the girls that have been doing it for ages, they go really fast. And I'm just trying to teach myself this, to do this right. And I would say just pause me now, and I will get back to you when I did my last row like this, and see if there is any difference. Okay, I did 2 rows now. I'm going to start my 3rd row. Okay, now I need to make that 4, and I'm using 2 hands. That's already too much. So I'm going to pick it up with 1 hand, put that through, and then pull that through, and then pull that up. But that doesn't really work for me either, because now I'm crossing my hands. So then that would be in this hand. This would go over the 4, go underneath. Oh, that's a lot of problems. That's the same problems that I have then. It doesn't really work for me either. But here I get to pull that knot tight and push that in there. So that's good. And I'm going to make that 4, and then I'm doing that with 2 hands again. So this is just taking up so much time. Plus my threads are knotting along the way. Something I didn't have a problem with when I did it from the back. So I don't know. I would love to teach you this the right way, but it seems to be a pain in the butt. And for those of you who already have it under control, I think it's pretty easy to do it. But for those of you who would like to learn it, when you want to learn it a much more easier way, I would. Okay, 4 through, pull, 4 through, and pull. That's just feels weird like that. Okay. This hand, it's got to be like this then. 4 through, got to be a way to flip that in there, and then pull that, and then you can push that, and then like this. Okay, I hope you're enjoying the struggle. That's not right. Doesn't look right. Probably did it my way again. Forgot to add the 4. Four over, under, through. Of course this is unusual long thread and there's no reason to use that, but and then 4 under, and here's more knots. Like that. 4 through, and like that. Okay, I'm gonna 2 more rows. And one would think that when you do this a couple of times it will get easier or quicker, but no, really not. I figured it's best to hold this thread with my left hand, make the 4 with my right hand, and then just unnaturally flip that thread over. There. And I'm going to be very curious to see what this looks like on the back, because I have no clue if everything is okay on the back. Another 4 and in there and over and flip under, and there. I'm going to do one last row because I also did a black row, last black row with the other one. Jana, is it getting easier? No! 4 through, flip. I do have to say that this cord is great for tutorial use. I'll probably be using it more often. Oh, almost did it. Wrong way. And there we go, that's the last one. Let's see what we made of this. Well, these need to be pushed down, and doesn't look too bad on the back. I got a little bit of thread left over, so it doesn't look too bad, but how do they look next to each other? That's my question. And as you're watching these 2 pictures, one worked on the back and one worked from the front, I would like to get your comments on what do you think looks better and what do you think is easier. I would say just try both ways and see what feels easier for you. It won't make any difference if you do it wrong for this, because this looks gorgeous as it is, and this works differently than this kind of stuff. But there are a lot of patterns out there, and if you want to understand the patterns, you have to learn it the right way. So if you really want to learn it the right way, there's this wonderful website. I will add a link underneath the video. It's called Beyond Bracelets, that will teach you everything the correct way. Well, that means that you will be able to do more difficult patterns when they show arrows. But if we're going to do it this way, the way I like to do it, from the back on, that means we'll be flipping our project over when we need to add beads in between them, which is not that difficult either, because then just for one row you can make your life a little bit miserable and do it the right way, and then flip it over again and do it the easy way. So that's basically it. What do you guys want to do? You want to learn it the right way, or do you want to learn it what I consider the perfect way? Since I activated my unlimited time, this is what we'll be making next. So you got some time to think about this one. Okay, talk to you later, guys. See you for this tutorial.